Stupid shit.
Well, if it does, it's on ourselves.
No, if it does, it's on me.
Well, I just heard the music now.
Yeah, no.
Actually, that transition wasn't too bad.
I know, right? It's a really nice transition. It's a new one, too. Also, hello, everyone! It's, what was it, the 4th episode of the Tenno cast live. I am your host, Villainous V. How the hell the fuck are yous? Anyways, my host here, AOB Paladin, please introduce yourself.
Don't you mean co-host, not actual host, because you're the one hosting it, but you know.
Thank you. I Bidened. My bad. I didn't have my protein bar. That's what happened. That's a story I'm sticking with.
Yeah, but I've got to give you a hard time. It's just in my job description.
Oh, I'm paying you?
Yes, it's last for now.
When did that happen?
You never knew, but it was part of it.
Okay, I maybe Tim's putting some dollars underneath the table, going piss him off.
Just make
his life a living hell. I don't care. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta turn up my brightness a little bit. Oh, no, too much. Turn down the lights. It's too bright. That's close enough.
It's too much. It's too much.
It's too much. It's too much. Anyways, again, you can have all this fun here.
It's just too much.
We're exclusively very, very professional here on TennoCast, not the Timcast stuff. And I know one of these days I'm gonna do a very silly intro where it's just me going, "Hi everybody, I'm Tim Pool, and I'm here to tell you that you gotta watch TennoCast, yeah." Why? Because I don't know.
They're the most professional. No one is as professional as these guys when it comes to starting their podcast. Let me just tell you, they're the best.
The best. Anyways, that's been the first 3 minutes. We're already getting canceled. I already swore, so YouTube's already going to go, ha ha! No, I don't care. It is what it is. But anyways, yeah, you do know what it,
anyway.
Do you know what... I don't know what's going on.
Do you know what today's topic is?
Today's topic technically is how friendly is Warframe, but I wanted to get into something, and then I'm looking here. Let me move over to gameplay because my fucking what the hell is it called, the vacuum, the little guy that goes around, the little vacuum guy was having a issue. What?
Roomba?
Yeah, the Roomba, the Deco Roomba.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was having an issue on the couch, and it looks like it was glitching all over the place, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Anyways, If you guys don't know, it's Pride Month, and we are actually going to be having Pride today in our National Guard. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your service, because we're not going to be thanking anyone else for Pride Month. But yeah, no, we are going to be getting into the... there was one other thing I wanted to shout out. I can't remember the guy's name. I got to remember next time to shout him out. But yeah, no. Today, we're going to be talking about how friendly Warframe is to new players. Because a lot of portions, they've been doing very well. And there goes the other one. Yeah, there's the Roomba, and it's doing the weird. Yeah. That's getting clipped. That's getting clipped, everyone. Congratulations, it's getting clipped. But yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff that Warframe has been doing that has been very good in the sense of new players. And I know everyone goes, well, why are we talking about new players? Like, why don't we talk about the vets? Like, the ones that keep the game going. They're the ones who've been playing since the dawn of the age of Excalibur Prime. Those lucky sons of bitches who had money for it.
Founders.
Listen, I would be considered a founder if I wasn't working a shitty job. And if I knew I was going to be playing this free game for a long time. Anyways, right now we are going to be farming for Ureli's relics while we kind of talk. So, but I am going to be saying one of the things that I do like that they have changed in Warframe was the modding system. Now, I know what you're thinking, V. Why are you saying the modding system? Well, if you look into the weapons and just the weapons, they actually changed it slightly so that when you looked at the Banes compared to the other ones, the Bane mods are multiplicative, whereas the other ones are actually just additive, and a lot of people just did not know that. And that's fine, but like, as a new player, you would have looked at that and said, that's nice to know. I would really like to just have known that. But even, like, after a while, someone finally told me, and I went, I'm sorry, that's a thing? Alright, he's invisible. Where the bloody did he hell? Hey, he's down there, get him!
I wonder if my,
I got him. But yeah,
Perfect.
what say you? What's the thing that sticks in your craw about Warframe, and is it new player friendly?
Okay. I'm going to just straight up say no. As it stands right now, the game is not really new player friendly in the way that the world works right now. And I can go for a while on this, but I will break it down piece by piece so you can touch on it each one. First thing I'm going to say is it's not new player friendly because you want to get anything new, like let's say a new Warframe, there's a 4-day minimum wait to get that new Warframe, unless you want to pay $30.
By the way, we just got one of the ones we were looking for. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I swear I heard either Rebecca or Megan say something along the lines of they are going to be changing the times. I don't know if they said for specific Warframes or for in general. And now, if they do change it in general, I think 12 hours... Honestly, 12 hours on all of them should be fine.
I mean, because like right now, as it stands, I think the parts are 24 hours. Then the frame itself, once you have the parts, is 3 days.
Actually, you know what we should do? To confirm that, after this, we should definitely real quickly check. Because, yeah, no, I definitely agree. For 24 hours of just... 24 hours and then running in and doing that. I mean, I understand what they're trying to do. And that's another topic we are going to be getting into. But like, I understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Sure, I can understand why. Because, I mean, it's a free game. You want to have people spend more time in the game, more time farming for things, more times engaging in the gameplay loop. All understandable. But another thing is, one thing that's kind of nice, but at the same time kind of not nice, is there are no weapons that are, like, clearly 100% so superior that, like, that's the only weapon anyone's ever going to use because it's the best weapon in the game. Cool. But at the same time, you could get a really cool looking weapon. Not one of the ones we need. You could get a really cool looking weapon, like, you know, for instance, let's just harp on this one since we were talking about the Ambassador. Looks really cool. Can't even build it to make it look good, like to actually perform well, like in the high end, late tier stuff. New players could get it, have fun with it, great. But the problem is getting it, because you have to get the railjack. What do you have to do to get the railjack? You got to complete like 4 or 5 quests to get to the quest to do the railjack. To do the railjack quest, then to do those 4 or 5 quests, it's going to take you about 6 hours of gameplay, let's say, and you go through the loop. To then get the parts and be leveled to do the things to get the parts, you're going to be spending another 10 to 12 hours just leveling out, grinding out mods, getting the endo for the mods, getting the credits for the mods, finding the right build, finding the right mods, and building the things out the way you want just so you can get the railjack. And so it's just like, to to get some of the stuff you might want, you have to spend over 24 hours in the game just to get one of what you want, or have somebody who's already done the grinding out for you, like UV.
So, yeah, taxiing I actually like. That's very, and a lot of people do just help new players with taxiing, which I totally understand. So I just ran to the foundry real quick. Ash chassis right now is actually 12 hours to make.
Okay.
Now
So then I will.
Yeah, again, we fact check on here, and that is technically false. But here's the thing, though. So just one piece of it is 12 hours, and yeah, you can run all three of them in 12 hours. But if you only had one piece, technically speaking,
to get the pieces, you're going to fight the same boss or do the same mission.
Over and over
Probably
and over.
10 to 20, say 10, 15 times to get the pieces you want. I'm going to say, like, that's going to be a good margin of error, 10 to 15 times, because they all have, like, equal drop chance. So you're going to have, like, 10 to 15 runs.
Some bosses...
Depending upon the boss, it could be, like, literally a in and out. You're done in 5 minutes. There are other bosses, though, looking at the Ropalisk, you're looking at actually a 15, 20-minute fight if people don't know what they're doing.
And that's, a lot of people will probably not know what they're doing to the beginning portion of it. So I think a boss rework, which I think that's what they're doing, is definitely needed. I know a lot of times for me, if I didn't watch the dev stream or went on YouTube to actually watch someone play it, I would probably be super lost, and that's why I made Warframe for Dummies, because a lot of times it's like, hey, you want to do the boss? Yeah. Do you know how to do the boss? No. Would you like to know how to do the boss? Yes. Well, here you go. But yeah, no, that was one of those things. But yeah, okay, so we're already looking at 12 hours just to make one of the three pieces, and then you need to spend 72 hours
making the frame. So you're looking at 3.5 days minimum if you're like, bam, bam, right away, knew exactly what it is, start the next thing up.
So I'm wondering, what's the good sweet spot? And what they should do, because one of the things they could do is they could say, hey, listen, we understand a lot of you really want to get, like, maybe, what was it? You chose poorly on the first frame, which a lot of us did. I chose Excalibur, and then I straight up bought, what was it, Volt? And then I was like, okay, the game's actually a little bit better. But that was me.
I'll say that's the other thing. You can buy the frame, like itself, any frame you want for like $30. I think is close to it, because it's like a little over $20, but you're gonna spend like the $20 and a $10 to get all the pieces you need.
I think the first few frames, they should probably make it so that those are what the hell is it called? That they should probably make it so that they're require less time to make. That way you get a better sense of the game, and so you're not sitting there going, "What should I do?" So
I
you start.
I agree. Like
you start the game, and I would say maybe up to Jupiter, give or take. I'm thinking Jupiter.
Like all those, like up to like Valkyr kind of a thing.
I want to say up to Valkyr, but like especially Valkyr for next update because of the rework. But at the same time,
I mean, she's going to be a good frame at that point.
Oh, she's good.
A much better frame, I should say. She's good as it is, but she'll be much better.
But let's go back through all the current frames from the very beginning to at least Jupiter.
Okay, so let's start with the first three frames that everyone has access to right off the bat: Excalibur, Volt, Mag, depending upon who you choose.
Yeah.
All three are actually solid frames and can be used late game. Awesome. The equipment you get, not necessarily so useful late game. So, like, that's kind of one of the problems, is this may not necessarily be as usable late game. for their equipment, because I think it's, well, I mean, it's the Mark Ones, but like even the non-Mark One variants.
Didn't I swear they actually recently took out the MK1 stuff because they were just like it was a pain in the ass. I'm not
If they
100%
did,
sure
good.
on that actually, but I swear it was a one of the things they were talking about doing because it was like I tell people when you start the game off, all the MK1 stuff max out and then throw away immediately. Get the better variants
Yep.
of them. And I
Yep.
think, yeah, I don't know if they did that or not. I want to say they did, but at the same time, I can't remember, and it's
If they actually did.
yeah, it's not something I constantly remember, but like, it just kind of is. But yeah, no, because I know
I
when
mean,
I
like
tell
Go
someone,
ahead.
when I tell someone who begins to play, I say, listen, what you want to do when you start the game is you want at least one silent weapon, some silent ranged weapon. So I usually say, listen, you're going to want to gravitate towards the Bratton, but just get the
Take the
Paris. Get the Paris. The kunai are nice, but if you get the Paris and you're really good with headshots, that Paris is going to get you going throughout the rest of the game. At least until you get something a lot better. And
Yeah.
yeah.
But like one of my problems then also is that another reason that this game isn't new player friendly is you don't know what's a good gun versus what's a bad gun.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
you would have to look it up or go to a veteran. Otherwise, you're going to potentially waste platinum, or you're going to be wasting, a day and a half grinding out this gun, only to discover it's bad.
Oh yeah, that's
And it's
that.
not, and there's no way, and it's just wasted all that time and resources for something that is basically useless to me now.
I was gonna say, you know what really grinds my gears, and I
What's
know
that?
that a new player, if they get it, would absolutely hate the hell out of it. So you know the Helmuth system. I don't know if you devil in the Helmuth system. I know I have a few
You mean
times.
the helmet skins?
No, not Helmuth skins.
Oh,
Like
Helmuth. Got it.
Helmuth. Not the
I
helmet. Sorry,
barely
I'm a
touched.
little sick right now.
That's fine. I have not really touched the Helmuth system much, to be honest with you. I know it exists, and I used it to put nourishment on my Steinax to give him a healing ability. But outside of that, not really. No.
I don't think you put it on for the healing ability. I think you put it on to increase energy regen. Because Nourish takes out the.
Takes the people inside of Grendel's gut.
It does, but because.
Oh, there's one of the ones we
Yeah,
need.
we got two right now. But because Helmuth actually, when you put that ability on another frame, other than Grendel
It changes
itself, it changes it slightly. So they take away the healing portion of it, but what they do is they also give back. They also change the energy regen slightly on it. It's diminished, but it's still there.
Okay, maybe
So
it's for the energy regen then.
yeah, so you use it for the energy regen, the multiplied energy regen, so you'd be able to spam your abilities a hell of a lot better.
Okay.
And that actually
couldn't
makes
remember.
them really good for when it comes to being kind of supporty. Because you just activate that ability. Oh god, he's right here. But brain can't brain today. I was right there. My brain was about to say something. I completely forgot where I was going to go with that.
Well, I mean, so another reason I think the game is not super, like, time gating is a huge problem. I understand it's a free game, therefore time gating is like the best way to quote unquote handle it. But, and I say this with the utmost respect, but when you are dealing with new players who see your newest content and go, man, I want to play that, and you put such a time gate on them, that they're not going to get to that new content until they do like maybe an entire week's worth of grinding and playing the game. Whereas most other games, it's like a new game, they're going to get that content they want right away or pretty early on. Like it's going to be maybe a day or two's worth of playing the game to get to the new content. Now, mind you, you are talking about free game versus a paid game. Paying $40, $60 or almost $80 nowadays if the industry has what they want.
Dear God, yeah.
But my big problem is, like for instance, when the new war came out, you and I were talking about this before, but I'll say it here on the stream, is like when the new war came out, they're like, hey, you can pay $60 to get your necromech, your railjack, and get your railjack right there, right away. You have the stuff. What they didn't tell you is you're still going to have to do the starting quest. You're going to have to do 4 other quests to unlock the new war. Once you get the new war unlocked, then you got to go through the new war, only to discover, because you haven't really leveled up properly and gotten everything done the way you're, like leveled up to the level you should be for the new war, you're going to have a hard time and just like have a miserable time trying to do the quests. Because your railjack's not really powerful enough to deal with what is going on. Necromech. Well, your necromech, at least, thank gosh, the turret mode just makes everything actually deal withable, if you will.
But you still have to unlock the ability, though, because I remember that was one of the things. Like that's the fourth ability. But it was really good. Fourth ability,
so you got to get to level 10. And if you're a brand new player, you're rank 1, which means you only have level 1 abilities available to you at this point.
But
and because of that,
no, you finish your point.
Go ahead. But so it's just like, okay, I understand what they're trying to go for here. They've got to make it so that people keep playing the game and keep interest in the game, and I really understand that, but they do need to shorten it. Like, they need to shorten that week-long's worth of effort down to maybe 2 to 3 days worth of effort. And like, I understand, it's a free game, therefore should have some wiggle room. Understandable. But there is so much cosmetic and other stuff that they make up so much more than any paid game gets, that the time gating should have been reduced a while ago at this point.
Yeah. So I remember where I was going with my thing. So going back to the Grendel portion, Helmuth-wise, I actually think they should. I want to say they should push it back a little bit, but to understand, to one thing to make it a little more new player friendly, and hell, I think just to everyone across the board, they should actually let you. They should let you have a testing spot. So before everything's final, you should be able to test it out. So say, I don't know, maybe I wanted to put Dante's Dark Verse onto Volt, and all it does is it just does a slash damage attack to cone people in front of you. And it's a solid ability, but like, as someone who's been playing the game for quite some time, I look at it and I go, okay, is it gonna work? And I know I'm gonna sound like the will it blend guy, and I'll tell you this much: it's not going to blend. But I had to put the resources in, and then after finding out, I'm like, well, there goes all those resources. Now that I know, someone else is gonna try to do that, and they're gonna go, well, will it blend? And it's like, we're all wasting resources without finding, is it going to be good? Like, I decided, I'm going to put Dark Verse onto Ash's, onto Ash, because he has an increased, passive increase to slash damage, and slash damage goes longer. So I thought, okay, that would be perfect. I get more out of my slash. I could pump a shoot ton of duration and power strength into him, and then I'd be able to just bleed everyone dry. But that
Yeah,
doesn't
bleeding to
happen. And then when I found that out, I'm sitting there going, well, I just wasted God knows how long just to get something short. And I was like, that's. I would have loved at least a mission or two that I can, or at least a, what is it? I'm trying to think of the place. Not the training area, but the Cephalon
testing grounds,
Samaris.
like
Yeah, the
the
Cephalon
Samaritan Simulacrum.
Simulacrum. Thank you. But you like it's just going in there real quick, or having it there, and then we can test it out, and then if we like it, we can keep it. Or having I wouldn't say a time period, but like I just needed something so I can go, okay, I like this or I don't like this, and then I would, if they did something like that, I actually wouldn't mind them pumping up the numbers, but then I would understand, yes, my the resources I just put in are very well worth it.
Yep, you know exactly what you're gonna do. Well, another thing then is like going back to the whole new player, like the Hemolith is something that's going to come up, yes, but it'll come up later, if you know what I mean, like for players.
Well, now it's
It'll come
actually
up.
going to be just before Jupiter.
Oh, okay. So there you go. It'll come up for new players. But like another thing I'm thinking of is for weapons. Let's just go to the mods then for new players. Mods. There is not a place where you can look at what every mod in the game is available with its information given to you at any time. You can see all the potential mods, their names, but you don't have their effects in the codex. Because of that, you don't know where it's dropping, you don't know how to get it, you don't know what it does, and therefore you can't make an efficient build. And, you could have played for 50 hours and all of a sudden you find a brand new mod that would have, really helped you out 40 hours ago, but you just never got it and you never thought to farm for it because you didn't know it existed.
Do you want the good news or you want the bad news?
Hit me with the good news, I guess.
Well, good news. You can preview them. You can actually see exactly what they do.
Oh, so they changed it?
Yeah, I'm in the codex right now. One of the ones
perfect.
that I don't have is for the Predis site. Acidic spittle. Yeah, I could see the effect right here as every 8 seconds, spit acidic tar at enemies within whatever range, blinding them.
Then I will take that back, because before, when I had gone to the codex for it, it was just question marks on anything I've never had before in my inventory.
Yeah, no, they
if I didn't have it, it was just question marks besides the name. So I was just like, okay, well, this helps none whatsoever.
Yeah, no, this is actually a hell of a lot better. I remember. Now, I'm going to give you this. As someone who's played for quite some time, it used to be that fact where you'd go into Codex and go, okay, well, maybe I need some Warframe mods. And then go, I don't know, freaking abating link. That looks cool. Where the bloody hell do I get it? And then you just scroll over it, and it doesn't show you what it does. It doesn't tell you where to get it. It just goes, good luck. And so that was one of the things that, yes, I will give you that. It used to be that. So they did change it, which is good for new players. And I'll tell you,
then I'll take that back. I will roll that back.
But yeah, what was it? Blind Rage. Where do you get it? Orcan Vaults. Okay, now,
well,
a
new player would be like, "Where's the Orcan Vault, though?"
Right? Like, I know what they mean by Orcan Vault. Now, I think the only way you will actually know what the Orcan Vault is if you do the Mirage quest. So, technically speaking, you will eventually know, but they need to make it absolutely clear, hey, remember the Mirage quest? There you go.
Yep.
So what they definitely should do for the Blind Rage, they should put Oracle Volts, or at the next one, they should also put, remember dummy, you got this. You could also get the Oracle Volts also are in the Mirage quest. Boom. There you go. And then you go, oh, I remember, I needed keys for those. Well, how do you get the keys? Good question.
I would say there's a lot of layers to getting one thing, which can make things difficult. Another thing to keep in mind, though, is with mods as well, is you're going to have to pump endo and credits to level it up. If you have like a rank 10 mod, or like even a primed mod, which, God forbid new players have to figure out where to get a primed mod if they haven't been told. You're looking at, God, how much endo is it to do like a rank 10 mod from nothing? Is it like 30?
So it depends. It really depends on what mod you're going to be going and you're going to be leveling up. And I say it depends because it really does depend. Also, we are at the 30.
So like let's do like for instance,
let's do like one or two more before we hop into cracking the relics we got. But so
like let's say we're going to do Hell's Chambers on the shotgun. It's a 5 rank mod. It only costs 930 endo. Cool, not that bad.
But when you get into the prime ones, and I can go from this one because I know the prime ones are ridiculous, and I understand the prime ones are going to be very good. And so pumping up those numbers, oh yeah, like, what was it, 40k in endo to max rank. Now that's
40,920.
Thank God, rank. Yeah, 40,000, right?
40,920.
And they added some change. It should just be a blank 40k.
Or 41 because it's that close. Sure, bump it up by another 80, whatever.
All right, you want me to force start this real quick, or you?
Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
That's fine. But yeah, no. And then on top of that, the credit cost. I don't remember how much it was. I know it was something ridiculous.
Basically, 1.967 million. Almost 2 million credits. Which, if you don't know about, if you don't have people to do it with and don't know about the index and the gambling there to get money, credit's gonna be hard to actually keep.
Either that or chroma, but we're not. I'm not going to talk about chroma because everyone goes, oh yeah, the chroma. There's a chroma thing you could shoot tons of money that way, and I'm like,
I don't know about that, but like
I'll let Chroma's fourth ability. I think there was something with Chroma's fourth ability, and one of the whips allowed you to get a little bit more cash, but it was one of those things where we got to kill shit now.
It changed over to a murder.
Yeah, it's fine. I do have my bomb, bomb vault.
I also just throw spears. It's not like we have that many people to kill though either.
It's what are these? The level 1 something and others. They're not too horrible.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're not horrible for us. But
if there was a new player in here with us and we were trying to run this, that person would be SOL. Let's be honest here. I'm sorry.
SOL. They would be looking going, hey guys, I'm barely putting a dent in. And when I say barely putting a dent in, I mean like I'm barely doing 1,000 damage.
Even their Warframe wouldn't be doing that. Their Warframe would probably have gone down like multiple times by now, just for the enemy sneezing at them.
Oh yeah, no,
that's not to be a dick either.
A lot of times they would absolutely be SOL. And the one thing I know as a vet that there's a lot of times even I'm like, damn, I wish I kind of knew about that. The what the hell was it called? A lot of things with the Brain can't brain. So shields right now. A lot of people go, well, when it comes to a new player, when it comes to shields, they look at it and go, well, I know they recharge, but they don't understand. There's at least 2 mods that'll let you recharge your shields, or at least let the recharge on them happen faster.
Yeah.
And they probably wouldn't be able. Starting out the game, they probably wouldn't know that one. They'd probably be like, "Wait, there's a way I can mod that." So I don't know if they should be moving like those particular mods around, because I think technically they're both available at the beginning of game, and I say technically as in like very technicality.
Like, you could get them at the beginning, but it's not like something you're going to naturally come across as so easily.
Yeah, so like, what was it? One of them was... I know one of them's fast deflection, and that's a really good one. You are going to get that at the beginning of the game. The other one was... what was it? Brain can't brain right now. Hold on. I know I have it. Upgrade.
Let's keep farming for relic right now.
That one. No. Fast deflection. And
that one you come across become pretty quickly.
Yeah. And then Vigilante Vigor. That's the one. Vigilante Vigor is in the Plains of Eidolon. And that one, particularly, is one that no one's going to find. But you can grind for it.
It's a reward.
It's a copper.
I would say it's just a reward from one of the missions from what's his face, like you just said.
Gonzo.
That's another thing about new players that I just... Syndicates. Cool idea. Reputation system for them. Cool idea. Daily limit on how much you can grind out for them. Absolutely atrocious. Especially with how many there are now. Like, how many groups you got to build up reputation with. Yes, they all have their own individual limit, but the absolute number of them is just... Okay, I mean, you have the 6 main syndicates that you can get with your Warframe.
Yeah.
They have a shared pool. So, like, you can only level up one of them by 10,000, I think, until you get past level 10, or sorry, rank 10. Then you get 1,000 extra every day. So you have the 6. Then let's go to Plains of Eidolon. Then you have the Plains of Eidolon. Then you have the quills on the Plains of Eidolon as well. So you have a whole 2 sections there. You go to Venus. You have I can't remember their names. You have 2 syndicates there. You got to work on
Vox Solaris and Solaris United.
Thank you, Vox Solaris and Solaris United. Go to then you're going to be going to Demos. You have the family there. Then you have the Necropolis underneath of it, where you get the Necromech. Once you're still there, if you will, you go into the laboratory then, where you have the entire crew in the laboratory. You got to work on. You got to work on syndicate with. You got the 1999 crew. You got to work on your syndicate with. Am I missing anybody? I feel like I'm missing somebody here.
Luckily, they do have a little area here that you can actually go through all of them. So Cetus, Fortuna, the Necrolisk, the Crytholith, the Crytholath. That's gonna get clipped. The Crytholith, the spoiler alerts, the 0 and 10-0. But yeah, you gotta go. The basically the Angels of the Void. That one you're gonna have to also do 1999, and then you also have Cephalon Samaris and the Conclave. Which, if you've done things for Conclave, there it is. I don't do stuff for Conclave, so I don't really mess with it. But yeah, no. like getting starting out. Eventually, you are gonna start leveling and getting more and more of those. But there are so many for those that it's a little overwhelming. It's like, okay, I finally got to Fortuna. I want to get the thing. I want to go do the Profit Taker. Yep. They don't tell you, hey, before you go do that, you need to level up the first portion of it to rank 5. They don't tell you that right away. They don't say, hey, listen, become old mates with Yutiko outside, and then you can come back here and we help you out. Honestly, the back rooms, they should just completely make it unavailable to new players, but have what was it a big old like sign like, or not remove it. They should make it so that you have they have the both of the spiders on there, and then at the bottom it says requirements rank 5 with Yutiko. And then that way, a new player walks in and goes, what's this? I just saw this. How do I get here? Oh, I need to be rank 5 with the woman outside, and then I could walk in there to go do those things. All right, cool. Now I know. And knowing's half the battle. But a lot of times, we don't freaking know!
Exactly.
But
and they don't, like, and it's just like... And so, like, you can understand my frustration then for new players, because it's like, unless they have someone like you or me who has like a tertiary general idea, it's just going to just like, well, how am I supposed to get this? I don't understand. I did everything for this group. Why can't I get this new Warframe that's supposed to be in this place? Oh, well, it's because you need to do, and like, to even get to that secondary group, like you said, you got to get rank 5. Okay, well, rank 5 is going to require you to get to 1,000, 40-some thousand, 75,000, 125,000 just to get to rank 5. If you're stuck at 10K a day, you are looking at almost half a month, if not a month of grinding that one syndicate to get to the secondary thing to get the new stuff.
Now, I'll give them this. I will defend Warframe on this. By the time you get to 1999, oh, hello. Hi, cool frame, and the black and gold is cool. Thank you very much. Thank you. Molto grazie. Yes. Anyways, hello, welcome. It's cool to see people in the chat. But yeah, no, we're going. Let me go back because I have ADHD, and when I see something, ooh, cool, shiny, yes. Going back. So yeah. Thinking about what was it? Yeah, the syndicates. So by the time you get to Warframe 1999, you should have more than enough to start getting a little bit more. I know it is a marathon, and when I say a marathon, it is a slog to get to rank 30. But the one thing I definitely will say, when players start to get up there, it's gonna be a hell of a lot easier, because when they keep leveling stuff up, even the mastery rank capacity will easily help new players. And because I don't want this to be just a straight hate on DE. They're doing a lot of good stuff. Capacity for everything is generally everything. But the one thing I also want them to do is, hey, listen,
go ahead and
for lich weapons. This is not this is a fissure. We're gonna break them open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 12:45. We got 15 minutes to break.
Wait, this
3 of them.
Oh, it's an any one. Got it.
Yeah. It was either a random exterminate or just this one, and this one's a little bit. It shows a little bit of the end game stuff. But and not end game,
Gotcha.
but like something further along. And I do like it to just kind of tease further along. That's why a few things I like. Anyways, going back to it, I completely lost my spot already. It'll
I
come back to
apologize.
me.
Oh, like I
But
said, this one was going to be more of a rant from me about how it's just like, you need to make this easier, please.
a little, not to the point of like everyone looks at each other like, okay, even a braid dead monkey could figure this one out. But like a few things would be a few things here and there would be nice. All right, everybody get
I'm
on.
not
Over.
saying they have to change everything, but they do need to work on some.
Some things, yeah, and some things, honestly, if they just had a hint, it would be even better. Like, what was it? Incarnate.
I mean, like for instance, time gate, bring it down a little bit. I'm not saying all of it, just bring it down a little bit.
We'll say some beginning weapons, sure, but some of the ones that are more, everyone kind of will say, yeah, you don't want someone who's just started the game to have that particular weapon. I could see that. So like,
That's fine.
yeah, but because I know the Nataruk, I can't say like that's gonna need one, but like you will eventually get something like that. Hell, right now I'm having issues with the was it this the Anku and Karnin. Oop, hello. I hit the wrong stuff. But like Incarnins in general, a lot of people might go, "Oh, where do I get this? This is really cool." And I know that I really wish they had something that like explain or. Well, no, actually, I answered my own question in my own head. So like they do have the help chat, and I really wish they also had like a tutorial of, hey, this is chats for everything.
Yeah.
Just so you know, you are not alone in this game. There are people that can help you out, and more than likely will help you out in game. So say I don't know, you need you have no idea where to pick up I don't know the Incarnin for the Anku. You just kind of like look, you're like, it looks really cool, I like it, but I don't know where I'm going for it. You would go into the chat and be like, hey, looking for this, can anyone help a brother out? And there are people like me who, I don't always look in that chat, but like some people like me will absolutely be like, oh yeah, no, you got to do X, Y, and Z. And that's great, but if people don't know about the chat, they're just going to sit there and look at it. They're going to sit there and go, well, this game sucks, and then walk away.
Oh yeah.
I mean, hell, right now, there's all of this stuff. All of this, particularly right now, was it? Because I know I have the Anko evolution thing going up, but like I need to get slide attack kills to get the next evolution, which I think is really nice. Is it time gating? Kind of. Hold on. But like explaining all that stuff. Oh shoot! Where is it? We are doing alchemy. Gotta break these. Break all of them.
What are we breaking?
Pressure. We gotta reduce it.
Oh, okay.
I was doing this like last night. There we go. Okay. But yeah, hell, when it comes to certain things like what does really good, or like arcanes and where to get them. Because I know in late game, arcanes are if you don't have an arcane on or two, or arcanes on just about everything, you're going to be missing out on a lot of stuff that's going to either make or break stuff. And when I say make or break, I do mean make or break. Ah, fudge. I should get the Zylock receiver, not gonna lie.
What's the Zadlock?
The Zylock is secondary duplex fire. It was weird. It looks like the Cerberus Prime. Or not the Cerberus, but it looks like the Cerberus. Oh, Paladin.
There's the Y1. Yep.
Y1 or Z4?
I only have 2 Y1s. I have only 1 Z4. I know. I had to go looking for it.
All right, where the hell is it?
Violence is here.
Oh, Violence can sit down and shut the fuck up. Get back here, you piece of shit. I ain't afraid of you. He's after you.
He can be after me all he wants. Because I also put on Rallying Cry, so I know I become a lot of people's targets because of that.
All right.
But it gives me energy regeneration and gives you...
Well, it gives everyone energy regen and then shields
and I think makes
per
me
kill.
more likely to be targeted, but that's okay with me.
I don't know about that tidbit.
And it says draw the enemy's attention towards you.
Really?
It does.
I gotta look at that. If it does, in which case I have questions. Because one of the things that I've very much been wanting is a ability that I can put on any frame to make a legit tank frame, and one of them would be really nice, literally a taunt ability. All right, cold and...
I mean, another thing though... Go ahead.
Cold and electric. Cold and electric.
I mean, another thing that's kind of like new player unfriendly a little bit is kind of the relic system itself. And
Really?
what I mean by that, like, before we used to have void keys, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, with different missions, right? And then you get various rewards from those missions. Now, the reason I say the relics is a little bit more unfriendly now, in my opinion, is just the sheer number of relics there are. Lith alone, you have 176 different relics. That's just Lith alone, and then you have 4 different relic types. Lith, Neo, Axie. What's the other one? I can't think of it all of a sudden.
Lith, Axie, Neo, and Mezzo.
And I feel like an idiot.
You also
for
have
that.
one. You also have an additional one, and that is the
the Requiem ones as well.
Yeah, the Requiem ones, but those are a different one completely.
Yeah, those are for more or less just for hunting, for doing like hunts on your nemesis.
But yeah, like it's still a relic one, whether or not, yeah.
Now then, I'm sorry. As I was saying, just because you want one thing, you have to really hope you're getting the relics that you want. Yes, they vaulted a lot of them to just so that you're not going to get as many of them anymore. Cool. There's part of me though that thinks they should go back to just the mission style, like the void keys, and just vault the pieces rather than vault the keys. It would save a little bit of grinding, if you know what I mean. Like, people could just grind out each different key, which would give you access to the various missions of those type. and then you just have to wait for when things get unvaulted. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or am I
Because
talking?
like I know I get what you're putting down. Oh, pressure needs to go down. I'm happy that they actually don't explode. That would be funny as hell.
Now, I'm not saying the relic system is necessarily bad. It's just for a new player, that's going to be intimidating. Seeing 800 different relics you're going to have to farm for just to get parts to make a Warframe. Mind you, you're only looking for certain ones, but do the relics in the Codex tell you where to farm those particular ones?
I don't even think they do, because like I know I have some of them actually. Oh shit! Melee weapon. I know some of them will actually barely tell you. I know right now they barely tell you. Ooh, Ellis Prime. They're both that, whatever. But yeah, what was it? I don't think they actually. They tell if you look up the thing, it'll show you what's all in the relic.
Yeah, and that's fine. But for instance, how was I going to find out where to get Lith Lith Y1?
Okay, I see where you're going with that.
Like, my first thought would have been, I went down. I guess because
Yeah,
I was throwing my spears at him rather than meleeing him. But I mean, my first thought would be, okay, well, I can get Lith relics from doing excavation missions early on. I can get them from the reward pools there pretty quickly. But I don't know if I'm going to get the Y1. I'm just going to have to farm on that mission for it and, pray to God, if you will, that that's what's going to happen.
Bullet attractor is a pain in my ass. Especially when you're leveling up a kind of crappy weapon. Grab a toxic or a electric and let's go to the next one.
Who to what? Oh, a toxic or a shock. Got it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. The relics themselves, okay, where do you get a bunch of Lith ones? Now, you could go online and say, hey, listen, best place to get Lith, and I know they're all random, but the best place to get Lith would be just going to the Void and just doing the capture mission, and that's fine. But then, that's someone who looked it up, and that's people who actually, did a real quick search. In game, there's not go here and then just pray. It's I don't know, do the thing. You'll figure it out eventually. ? Lol.
Yeah, and looking it up online, understandable. But here's the thing: it should be pretty self-evident in your game where you're going to get it. And what I mean by that is, you play any other game, you're going to figure out pretty quickly where to get most things. Some people will just go look it up online, but unless you have those hardcore players who are going to, look it up or figure it out, then basically put out a guide for everybody. Not all new players are going to want to have to look up a guide. They're going to want to be able to find this stuff in the game rather than have to go outside the game to find what they're looking for.
Actually, you know what really grinds my gears the most?
Go for it.
And I say what really grinds my gears is when new players, and this is me just going up to the new players and saying, hey guys, listen, I know and I understand your train of thought on this one, but please don't look at the game like this. So a lot of new players go, hey, what is the best Warframe weapon? And I go, well, it depends. And a lot of people get mad at me when I say, new players shouldn't look at it as what is the best. It should be more of what fits your playstyle. As someone who likes to be a little tanky, I would never say play Ash right away. as someone who wants to just sit there and look at the enemy and going, I tried everything. I couldn't get through. He wouldn't go down. That son of a bitch. How dare you? But like, yeah, me playing the game for that long, I wouldn't do that. A lot of people say Ivara is the best frame. Some people say Limbo is the best frame. So when it comes to like meta, I tell people, don't look at the meta. Just don't look at the meta whatsoever. It's not what you want to do. You just want to play to the best of whatever you want to do. Now, are there weapons that do a better job than other ones? Yes, unfortunately. But there's always going to be that thing in games where it's like, this weapon is ridiculous and it does a boatload of damage, and eventually they might help. They might nuke it. They might nuke it. They might nuke it. Or they might nerf it.
They might nerf it.
They might nerf the hell out of it. But yeah, like, I know they've done that to a few things. Like, if you remember, what was it? The Brahma Mama? The Kuva Brahma?
Not off the top of my...
So, the Kuva Brahma was a
I had
bow...
no more of the relics looking for, by the way.
Yeah, what?
I had no more relics of what we're looking for.
No, we had 3. It's 15 minutes we're going over, so no relic and we hop out.
Sounds good.
Yep, but yeah, the Brahma, a long while ago, they actually had to nerf it because everyone was using it and then just clearing rooms with ease. And so what they did was they made the explosions smaller, the radius on them, but I think they gave you extra clusters because people were just spamming it. Like they would look in a random direction and go, bam, bam, bam. Kind of how I used the Tenno Archiplasmor. I don't really look. It's more of, hey, what's that? Pull trigger. But to a lesser degree. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But as it stands, Warframe is definitely trying to be new player friendly. It isn't the greatest new player friendly game because there's so much, and we haven't even gotten into like the the Archimedia bullcrap or that kind of stuff, and that's just ridiculous. Like sorties. Yeah. If someone goes, well, what's a sortie? It's like, those are 3 missions you can do to get a really good reward at the end of it, but they have some challenges.
Or an Archon hunt.
Archon hunts are kind of interesting because 3 different missions, but the last one is a big boss. And honestly, I think what they should do is currently in game they do have the in the codex they actually do have a spot that'll tell you the different kinds of game types, but they don't go. They need to expand that a little bit more so to make the codex actually useful.
Yeah.
Or at least a little more useful. Just like, hey, I'm doing this defense mission, or I'm doing mirror defense. I don't know what's the difference between a regular defense mission or a mirror defense. And stuff like that no one knows what to do. So what are you going to do? Anyways, I think we should wrap it up there. I have no idea what
I feel like we could talk more about this, but I agree.
We can definitely talk at length at this of what they could do to make it better. But honestly, let's not go over the hour, even though we have. But yeah, no. What are your absolute final thoughts? Let's start there.
Sorry, you caught me in the middle of eating a candy piece. Final thoughts. As it stands right now, they need to in my opinion, they need to drop down the time gate for starters. Less time spent waiting for something to build, maybe a little less time saved on grinding for parts. I think that's like one of the big things they got to do. Second thing they need to do is syndicates. Maybe instead of putting like, a reputation cap per day, do like a level cap per day. And what I mean by that is like you can get one level of reputation, like you'll go to level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5 in a day. Give more people a reason to keep going back there and grind out that, for that particular area, if you will.
I think if they did that part, I would say make the prices jump up a little bit more.
That's fine. Or like, have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all be the same like amount of reputation you need to farm for. Like make it equal. But the materials you need to level up become rarer and part of the higher tier missions that you would do. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not as time gated, but people are still going to put time into it and play the missions to get the better gear. Relics are a lot of fun and a cool idea. There's just way too many of them right now. They need to either like cut down on them or find a way to like simplify it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like make it so that you crack open the relics and then maybe as a material for cracking open the relics, you're able to put into whatever you're looking for.
Or like when they vault a relic so that you can't get it in the rotation, hide the relics. Just like hide all the vaulted relics so that you're not having like, oh, okay, these are the things I can farm for right now using these relics. Like these are the relics I can farm for, and this is the stuff I can farm for from those relics. Just have them be hidden, but still in your inventory, if you know what I mean. So it's not filling up your area, and people are just going like, "Well, what's all this?" Just simplifies to be like, "Here's what you can get right now. Here's what you can do, farm for it or not." And then as things get unvaulted, bring them back with their current with the inventory that they had. Just basically turn it back on to being shown. I don't know how hard that is to code, but it's just a thought, just to make relics a little bit like less cluttered, and you're not seeing 176 one type relic, 176 another, so on and so forth.
Yeah, they could make it so that when you were searching through relics, it's like, okay, instead of searching through relics, you could just you could, yeah, honestly, either they do have the search bar in there, so you could just technically search through it and go from there. I don't know. It's thoughts and opinions. I'm not really.
I'm not a perfect human being, as it turns out, so not all of my ideas are going to be good ideas.
Yeah. But yeah, I think time gating on certain stuff, I agree, should be a lot less, and I think that's what they're going to be doing in the next update, which will make it.
They have to have a demo mode. Like, an area will be like, you can go in there, like, I want this frame, this weapon, these mods against enemies of this level. Try it.
I think they should have something to push the Deviri paradox. Mm-hmm. So you finish that, and then during the circuit, or just playing that particular the Deviri stuff, will allow you to demo a lot of the game content. So like different frames, different weapons, and then if you do like them, it would be kind of nice actually for Deviri if you're a new player. Hey, I really like this weapon. I want to know where to get it so I can get it from my own arsenal. They would be able to put something like you'd be able to look back and say, oh yeah, you can get this from here, and it just shows you the path of you got to do this to get this to get this to get that. I know some games have that. You got to do this to do this to do this to do that. What was it? I think my one friend said Final Fantasy 13 actually shows you if you want to get this. This is the exact path you need to do. And if they did something like that, I think a lot of people would actually gravitate to Warframe very quickly. But we're already 10 minutes over, so I think we should wrap here. Anyways, If you guys haven't watched the whole thing, watch it. We'll be uploading clips sometime within the next, I don't know, give or take hour. But there's going to be spread out because YouTube sucks at saying, "Hey, we're doing stuff. Notice us, senpai."
Notifications, they do not match it.
Oh yeah, no. Honestly, we are going to be making a Rumble page, just because Rumble is a lot better when it comes to notifications.
Notifications.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that would be really nice. And honestly, because again, YouTube would love to be on here. You're just. There's a lot of bad things about you I don't like. Anyways, I've been Villainous V, your host. Please like, share, subscribe. Help us out. Every like, every time you share, hell, subscribing makes it look really good on us. Tells everyone else, hey guys, come join us. Sit down. You can even chat with us. We got chat open. We are on a delay, so just so you know, if you don't see us chat right away, sorry? Question mark.
It's not that we don't care. We just may not have been able to see it in time for your view.
We are.
I have been
focused.
your co-host here, AOB Paladin. Thank you once again for everybody joining us today as we ranted about Warframe and our favorite game and how it needs to be nicer to new players.
A little nicer, but it got its ups and downs. Although I think probably going to say we're probably going to do something for TennoCon being next month, so
we'll probably just do a live reaction.
Yeah, honestly, that would be a lot better. But
I just think it would be a good idea just to have a live reaction, have us sit down and go over it one by one.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely figure it out when the time comes. But anyways, thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye bye.